Start saying shit, dog.
Hey, welcome to Minnesota Slick's gameplay channel from an undisclosed location. Welcome. Enjoy. Stop.
What's going on there, peoples? Slicky here. Got a little com for you. Running the shit on, what is this? Resistance. That's right. Um, Decent gameplay, you know? It's a longer video, and I thought about maybe fast forwarding some of it and such like that, but, to be honest with you, I don't die, you know what I mean? And, what better time for me to just sit here and spew bullshit to you guys, you know what I mean? Like, I get to take the stage, you know what I mean? It's my stage, you know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding, but, yeah. Kind of wanted to put this gameplay up. I had some others I was going to post first, so on and so forth, and I even had some gameplays tonight. Kana, my guy over at SVG there, we ran some dubs tonight, and that was kind of an adventure. That was a lot of fun, man. It's been a while since I played competitive, and he was instant eligible, and I had a teammate already, and fucking invited him, and played some matches. First one was radar, and we got shit on because I don't know how to play radar, and yeah, no bueno. But then we ran some normal shit, and yeah, we went 2-1. 2-0 if you include non-radar. So one of them was non-variant, the other was variant, and I'll put those up for you guys probably. I think they're kind of shorter, so I'll just put like, you know, each match, and then I'll just put like the two gameplays beside it. But it's whatever. So hopefully you guys will enjoy that, and it felt really good to play some competitive, man. That's, dude, competitive is just simply where it's at, you know. There's just nothing better than that. So thank you, Kana. I really appreciate that, man. That was a ton of fun, dude. So you know what's cool, and this kind of segues into what I want to talk about. My guy Gsus posted a commentary talking about relationships online and things like that, and I was just reminded tonight when I played with Kana. He's just such a chill dude, you know, and like he's just super cool, and you know, just do you. You know, he said that to me when I was playing, like, what should I do? And he's like, just do you, bro. And that reminded me so much of what it was like running dubs with Goldie back on Modern Warfare 2, you know. And I wanted to touch on that because, you know, I want to touch on my progression with people as far as this game's concerned, and YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But when I first started this game, COD, I'm saying, in general, I started playing with my homie, who is still by far and away the best friend that a guy could ever ask for. My real life homie that I've known for years now, and take a bullet for this dude. But we started playing. I started playing World at War, and getting into that a little bit, you know. And we used to party up, and I don't even know if we partied up actually. No, 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 no. I had a PlayStation 3. He had an Xbox, and so I was playing PlayStation 3 basically by myself for few months at least, you know. You'd get partied up with people as you progressed, as people needed players, and then you could, you know, but no one was steady. The first person that I met on World at War on PlayStation 3 was Blaze, who I still game with to this day. And you know, funny part about that is, and I'll get back to Cullen, so I'm not leaving you out, Cullen, but you know, Blaze has been around for like a ton of the like life events that have happened. He's been kind of like a homie, dude, like straight up a homie. You know what I mean? I don't mean kind of like. I mean, he's been a homie, and you know, I remember he's had some things happen in his life that he told me about, and the cool thing was we get to get together on the game and just kind of forget about that shit, you know, for a while. I mean, we used to go hard, dude. We're talking like 12-hour benders, dude. You know, no scope Car 98s, bro. Running bayonet. S&D fucking 10 sensitivity, bro, 360s and shit. Shit was clowning. But those were the good times, you know what I mean? Those were definitely the good times. Times that I'll never forget. And it was through him that we lined up with a couple of juice dudes, Glock, Rich, and Smile for the Kill Cam, Deucey. And those are some real tight dudes, and I lost touch with those guys. And Deucey's tried to call me, so to his credit, you know, I kind of flaked and shit. I was just busy with work and stuff, and you know, what do you talk about? You know what I mean? Like, just never really had anything awesome to say, you know. Um, but you know, the point is that, you know, those guys were kind of like, you know, they were there kind of when, you know, you felt alone type deal, you know. But anyway, you know, Cullen was been playing COD before I was, but definitely not nearly as serious as me, and he's still pretty good at it. But you know, we used to go kick it in his room, and he lived in this apartment. And he had this closet, and his closet was the bedroom, and the rest of the area, like, of the place was like, because it was like a studio. Look at that fail knife, dude. I should have gotten shit on right there. But I love how my knives never connect, dude. Never, never. If that was someone else, dude, instant lunge, you know. But yeah, it was pretty interesting. We had a lot of fun, man, playing World at War, flipping back and forth between controllers, and you know, those were awesome times. And you know, hammered that out for a while and just kept doing that. And I remember Modern Warfare 2 launching, and I went to the midnight release downtown Minneapolis at a GameStop at Block E, and picked up my copy of MW3 and came home and immediately started going into free-for-alls and doing 360s and 720s and favela and on the state and all kinds of weird shit. And it was kind of at that point where we started to separate, like the juice guys, you know. We played for a while at first, and then me and Blaze played for a while too. But then I was introduced to Justice and Justice for All. You guys know him now as Golden SVG, but yeah, we were still kind of in our sniper phase, and he had put up a channel for Taj's, I think, and gameplays, I think, or I don't remember what it was, but we got to talking, and at that time, you know, it was at that point where you were kind of like, pubs weren't as fulfilling as they used to be, you know. It just wasn't as exciting to run pubs, you know, like you needed more. And he had talked about GB, and or I think some kind of conversation happened on the PS3, and he ran and started a single squad and was playing that, and that's all he was doing. And then we got the brilliant idea of starting a dubs team on MW2 and running S&D override basically at first, and fucking that was it, bro. Right out of the gate, you know, we didn't do so great, and that was mostly because of me, but we got better, no doubt about it. We got better. We ended up beating players that we probably shouldn't have beaten, and you know, all that kind of jazz. And you know, we didn't know all the tricks, man. He didn't have a headset back then, dude. This is Goldie, for all you guys who didn't know. Goldie started playing GBs without a headset. I kid you not, dude. He was rocking like a Bluetooth mic, I think. Like, no shit, you know? Like, that's pro to me, dude. That's so pro. So, playing on some big TV, wireless on the PlayStation. I mean, we didn't know what the fuck we were doing. And, but there's been a few moments in COD, you know, like meeting up with Blaze, gaming with Cullen in his closet, and starting GBs with Goldie that stand out to me as like the pinnacle of my experiences with Call of Duty. And I'm super grateful to you, Mr. Golden SVG, for that, man. That was an awesome experience, and I couldn't have asked for a better dude to do it with, you know. I've always said that, you know, the only way it could have gotten better is if all those dudes I just mentioned had all gotten together and ran a team, you know. But it was awesome, dude. And, you know, Goldie just got better and better and better, obviously, and now he's, you know, in my opinion, one of the top S&D players out there, you know. And that's pretty cool to know that I started playing with him, you know. He's obviously surpassed me quite a ways, and you know, unfortunately, as life happens, you know, you got to make sacrifices, and find different interests, you know. But I always do every day. I wish that I had been able to stick it out and be experiencing all that with him. You know, it's kind of bittersweet to watch somebody you started running GBs with, you know, have such success with it, and you know, teaming with a guy like Saints, you know. Um, I mean, those are the guys that we used to fucking nerd out to. At least I did. You know, watching Fear run fucking scrims and shit. And I still, even on my playlist, I've got MW3 Pro Circuit Ladder, fucking all kinds of vids, you know. And I still watch those to this day. And great times, you know. And then more recently, um, gratefully, Colin's come back to the Xbox, and I've been able to run some Black Ops with him and stuff. And it's always awesome running with your friend, dude. I mean, it's just it's awesome. And you know, dude, he's one of the most supportive friends a guy could ask for. You know, he doesn't even really care about the community, but he watches the videos because I do. And you can't ask for more. So, you know, um, and you guys obviously know what Goldie's up to, and Blaze, he's only just gotten better and better and better. Blaze is one of the best S&D players that I played with. He's ultra aggressive, and it's a much different play style than I have, but it works well for him. He does good. So what can you say, you know? But playing with a guy named Dooleytron 5000. That's another in real life buddy I got, dude. And John's like one of the best people you'll ever meet in your life. Um, and that's been great to be able to game with him and watch him get better too. Just recently, I watched him have like, in my opinion, the first time I've ever seen him have just a nasty 1v3 clutch, man. And it's cool because you figure 3 months ago that just wasn't going to happen. You know, you got to grow with the game, and Surge is a thinking game, and it's definitely not a game you want to walk into just learning. And he started basically with S&D, and so hats off to you, John. And then it just so happened as when Stills kind of came through and gave me some recognition on my channel and shouted me out, I think a few people kind of scraggled over, and one of those guys was a guy named Heroin Gsus, and that's been awesome getting together with him. I wish he could play more too, but you know, I understand he's got shit going on in life too, I'm sure, you know. But just another awesome addition to the individuals that I've been able to connect with on this game. And I really liked what he said, you know. I mean, the relationships that I've developed, whether they be real life friends, you know, who've always supported me and have been great about it, or they're just online buddies. Any way you look at it, like it's half the reason you keep coming back, you know. Like, I love the game, don't get me wrong. I do. I enjoy the game. It's for me, it's the competition level of it. It's not so much the game itself, really. The game I like because it took to me. I just took to the concept of it so well at first. But then after that, it became more so the fact that there was tiers to skill. And it was a game where you could stand out. And I've always been a part of athletics and things like that. I've always wanted that, so I've always dedicated myself to anything that I've done competitively and attempted to really excel at it. I've never been the best, so you know, never once, never have I ever, no matter what I've done, been the best. But I've always tried. I don't like to be mediocre, you know. And that's what I loved about this game the most, is that it gave you the opportunity to do that. You know, you could run into a lobby and just own the game. Kind of like this gameplay. It's not the best, you know what I mean? But you got to figure. I mean, when I started, this wasn't even an option. If a kid like this put up a score like that in the lobby, like, you were just flabbergasted. Like, how did you do that, you know? Which really brought me to YouTube. I mean, realistically, that's why I started watching YouTube to begin with. Way back, basically at the beginning of World at War, you know? So, but it's really interesting, you know, because it is, man. It's the people that genuinely do make you want to continue to play. You know, if I didn't hear from Blaze, I'd begin to wonder what happened to him. I'd probably try and call him on the phone, just make sure he's alright, you know what I mean? It's crazy to think that I developed a relationship with somebody that I've never actually met, you know what I mean? Like, physically shaking their hand, you know? Not that I wouldn't want to. I'd love to fucking go on a road trip, meet up with Blaze, meet up with Goldie, man. Go to an event, even if we get our shit pushed in, you know, just to experience it, man, before I fucking die. You know, because this community, this game, everything means so much to me, you know. And it's kind of like in Jesus' video I kind of mentioned, you know, I was kind of like, it's like that shitty job, you know, you don't leave not because you love the job, but because you love the people, you know, and that's basically how I feel about this. So, you know, hopefully someday I can make that all happen and we can all get together. You know, Dooley talked about that, and I think that'd be sweet. But you know, we'll see what happens, man. We all got we got lives going on and things coming up, and it's not that easy just to drop everything and go on a trip. You know, just not that easy. So, but maybe we can make it happen. You know, maybe my gal and we could bring little baby Ella and we can all go on a trip and meet my homies, man. That'd be the fucking sickest thing ever. So, but that's just it, you know, just take a moment maybe, man, and just kind of reflect for yourself on the relationships you've built and if you consider them true friendships or if online isn't that way for you. I can definitely say that online does mean that to me. And please pardon the aim, guys. I was really jumpy. Never really had a gameplay like this before, you know what I'm saying? So you'll have to bear with me. Thank you for listening to this whole thing. I hope it wasn't too long of a rant, but no clip at the end. I figured the video was long enough. So got some other commentaries coming up, man. Some gameplays, some GB stuff. So keep your eye out for that. And I appreciate it, man. And yeah, let me know in the comments, man. Let me know if you guys have relationships like that, you know. Let me know what you guys think about it, if that makes sense to you or not. So appreciate you guys watching. 21-0, not too bad, eh? I guess it'll work. All right, man. Slicky, vamonos.